This podcast contains explicit content.
Am I going to work there much longer? No, I'm not going to work there.
Hardly focused.
I'm a driver. I'm a winner. Things are going to change. I can feel it.
This band is nothing but vacuum cleaners and drums. I saw this band in 2013, I think it was, My Bloody Valentine. And only show I've ever been to where I wore earplugs because I knew it was just going to be just nothing but just noise. And then I had no fucking clue what song they were playing. I was only able to figure out what songs they were playing based on the drums. And this is one of my favorite songs, and it wasn't until like 2 minutes into it. And it was just based on the drum fills alone. I'm like, yeah, they're playing it. All right, cool. I can go home now. Nice. Great band. And they do this thing at the end of every show during their last song. It's called The Holocaust. And it's just like 10 to 15 minutes of a literal wall of noise just through guitar, shrill guitar feedback, through their cymbals. It's just a madhouse, and it's literally intended to cause sensory deprivation to occur.
Nice.
Interesting.
That's the way to do it.
We are Hardly Focused. You can get us on Facebook at facebook.com/Hardly Focused Podcast, and we are also on Twitter at Focused Hardly. I promise there will be no politics during this episode, but you can see me tweet shit at real Donald Trump through the Hardly Focused Twitter account. I want to get blocked by Trump. That's my goal.
It's a good goal to have.
Great. That's a great goal.
It's also worth mentioning that on the back end here on this show, I try to time every segment to be about 20 minutes in length, and we never stick to that limit. and that's, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to happen with this segment. Because
it's ending right now. Done.
Whoa. Thanks for listening, everybody.
What a twist.
There's a YouTube channel that has not as many as McJuggernuggets, but still a sizable amount, more than Hardly Focused will ever have. All Gas, No Breaks, with 1.47 million followers on YouTube. We have played a couple of videos from this channel. A gentleman named Andrew Callaghan, who wears a oversized suit that he purchased from the Salvation Army, and I believe he's doing the Borat where he's never washed it. That's half the joy of these videos, is him just wearing this suit.
Yikes.
But we've featured audio from two of his videos. The first was when he was at the adult the porn expo, the AVN expo in Las Vegas last year.
When your big beautiful butt cheeks are being held, do you like them parted, or do you like your hips held to where the booty just flips back and forth over the big penis?
And then
those are the details you need to look forward to.
The face he makes during that is just so fucking awesome. It's like perfect. It's like the perfect awkward, like, one of these people is new here.
And I think I learned about this channel from a subreddit called Watch People Die Inside, which was that clip, that guy asking that question, and then the camera just focusing on Andrew. Yeah. While he's sitting there. And then Andrew went to Talladega. He went to the Talladega Speedway for the NASCAR race.
Fuck Kyle Busch!
And that was fun. So he released a video on October 3rd of this year called Proud Boys Rally.
Oh, boy. Shit.
It's just like I love I love the reaction, and oh my god, you got to be watching the video. You got to be watching the video of this. HardlyFocused.com/YouTube. Fro's reaction. Oh,
I mean,
God,
man, those guys are literally just white supremacists under a different name.
Have you seen the new? Have you seen the Borat sequel?
I have, actually. Yes, I watched it a couple days ago.
Yeah. So Borat at the fucking the Trump rally.
Yep. It's actually in the trailer, that little segment there.
These people take this shit seriously. There are people that fucking believe this shit. They're willing to let their hair dye run off their head.
Yeah, what you did there.
Nobody even mentions. I mean, no spoilers, but yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, it's like free basically.
I should see it.
It's good.
I can afford it.
It's
I
good.
can afford free.
There was I think I've said this before on the show. I'll say it again. When we watched the first Borat, we watched it with Ak and his father.
Oh
and
my God, yes.
Both Ak and his father are the kinds of people where nothing is truly funny until you can get them laughing. If you can get either of them to laugh, then you've succeeded in humor. And Ak's father is a horrible influence because he's got the despite being like 65 or whatever, he's got the mind. His mindset is where ours are. Like it is, it's evolving. Like we're all in our 30s now, and that's where he is. But when we were all kids, that juvenile humor was there, and he just grew up with us. He was like that episode of the Rugrats where Stu gets amnesia and becomes a baby.
Oh, that was a weird one. I forgot all about that.
That was an interesting episode. Wow, yeah, you pulled that out of nowhere, dude. That's a good one.
Whoa.
But
oh man, that fucking. Oh, okay. Let's continue the show.
Now I've unfortunately seen some of those videos where like people die. Right, like it's just the morbid shit that you find on the internet. The closest
We've
I've
all
ever
seen those kind of videos.
The closest I've ever come to watching someone die in person was watching Ak's father watch Borat. The man was laughing so hard, especially that scene when they're in the hotel and running through the hotel. Borat and Ozma running through the hotel naked. And my word, I thought we needed to call 911. Because that man was just laughing so hard. I was hearing noises that no human should make when they're struggling to breathe. So I told him, now in my opinion, there were a couple of scenes in Borat too, like the debutante scene, for example, where I messaged Ak's father on Facebook and said, you will probably... Remember how hard you laughed at the first Borat? There's at least one scene in this movie that will probably trigger you then. I haven't heard from the man since. I can only presume he died.
Oh, well, he died doing what he loved.
I'm just kidding. He's alive
watching
and well.
Borat.
The man just built a log cabin in the woods.
Yeah, I know. He just continues going after my dreams, man. I tell you what. He's
achieving them for you. Let me share the screen here. All gas, no brakes at a Proud Boys rally. There are face masks worn. So I can assume this happened at some point this year because he posted a video recently that he actually filmed, I think, a year ago. So he is putting things up that haven't. I imagine there are things because these are all like conventions, in-person things he's going to, and not many of those have happened this year.
Yeah.
So the porn expo was like February. It was right before everything shut down. So here we go. All gas, no brakes at a Proud Boys rally. I will likely be stopping and starting this thing as we normally do here. So here we go.
I am called to your purpose, Lord. Reveal your purpose to the Proud Boys. Use us to lift up this city, to save the people of this city. Don't let it die. Amen.
Amen! Show some fucking motivation! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa!
There's already a fight.
Great.
There's already a fight. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
18 seconds into it, and there's already people on the ground beating the shit out of each other. We're off to a promising start here.
Beautiful.
And they all... Oh, and there's a can too on the ground. No surprise. They all look the same. The people here always dress the same. They're all wearing camouflage. They all have long beards. They're all
know you're gonna need to sneak into the bush.
Mm-hmm. They're all wearing like the sporty sunglasses. I don't know what you call them, but there's
the $20 Walmart fishing sunglasses.
I don't know if you guys follow this subreddit. It's called starter packs.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And there was one recently where like it wasn't Proud Boy rally participant, but it was like generic backwoods guy that everybody knows who always wears a camouflage hoodie, has a long beard, always wears a hat with sunglasses on top of the visor, drives a lifted truck.
Hey, to any of our listeners that dress like this, we're not hating on you, but you really do want to take a look at your life there.
It depends. Well, it depends because they're also usually MAGA heads too. But there's a good point because I know some of these people personally. They're either the biggest jerks or they're the nicest people in the world. That's weird. They're the ones who you would call in the middle of the night if your car broke down in an unfamiliar place. They would be the ones to come help you. It's either or. There's no in between. You even see that in Borat, in the Borat sequel. Is that the Republicans there? They were at least very nice. They were horrible people, but they were nice. So anyway, more of this. All gas, no brakes at the Proud Boys rally.
Kyle didn't do anything wrong, man. Free Kyle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh, my God. There you
go. That's not the free Kyle we were referencing 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I promise.
Kevin.
We're talking about Kevin specifically.
Kevin and Kyle, doesn't matter. They're both terrible names. That guy wearing a shirt that says Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. Oh, my God. The fact that there are people out there defend that piece of shit.
I like how, okay, so this gas like that we're looking at in the video here, what is this? Is this mustard gas? Are these guys like willingly mustard gassing themselves? And I see a lot of it is actually like in this man's curly hair, and it's kind of entrancing.
What I love is that
he has his own like little ozone.
I love that Andrew just hasn't cut his hair since the pandemic began.
I love this shot too because it's like his bandana says all gas, no brakes, and there's just a cloud behind it.
If there were ever something that should be on his YouTube channel as his like profile picture, this could be it.
It'd be really
welcome to All Gas No Brakes.
It'd be really fucking funny if that flag only had 49 stars on it.
We don't recognize why.
Be cold dead in the ground before I recognize Missouri. Okay, so they're talking to a gentleman who is wearing a Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong shirt. God, that's almost like saying Hitler did nothing wrong. That's pretty much on par with that. At least the difference being,
well, I mean,
they're both terrible people.
I count numbers, just saying.
3 people.
So I mean, a literal Hitler has like 6 mil.
Listen.
Kyle's got like 1. He's a bad dude, but he's only got 1.
What? I thought it was
just
3.
saying.
I thought it was a handful. 3
numbers, just
3
strictly
people.
numbers. I'm not politics, no nothing. I'm just looking at. I want a graph. Like, just give me a graph.
Dude, it doesn't matter. 3 people, 3 million people. You stand waist deep in gasoline. One guy has 3 matches, the other has 5. It doesn't matter. Awful things, terrible things.
I'm not arguing the awfulness. I'm just saying I like graphs, and like $1 million is different than $1. Well, I want the million, not the dollar, given the choice.
And also,
it's $1 though.
It's the 21st century. And everyone.
Oh, he's brought it up. He's brought it up. If we're talking Zimbabwe dollars, then yikes.
It's 2020, and at least everyone could see what this fucker was doing. We didn't have camera phones or a camera constantly on a person at every given time back in 1944. So anyway, I digress. So I did not mean to start a Hitler rant. I just I was triggered, if you will. Okay, here's more of this. We're 28 seconds into a 7-minute long video, so
Jesus.
Here we go.
You did say the segment was gonna go.
Yes.
Yeah. Kyle didn't do anything wrong, man. Free Kyle. God bless you, brother. You're awesome.
If you make me look like a jackass, I'm going to come for you.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to probably beat the shit out of you. Never fuck with me.
Is that a White Claw?
That is a White Claw.
White Claw!
Oh, that is amazing.
Listen closely. Don't you fuck with me.
God,
that's a White Claw.
This dude almost might have had some credibility to him. He might have been an intimidating person had he not mentioned White Claw.
Yeah.
Not only a White Claw, but a White Claw in like the grenade pouch of his tactical vest. That is what we're dealing with here. Like people who go off they love the military surplus store. Like they're financing these guys, and apparently White Claw too.
This is like the NASCAR video. It wasn't truly a car race until you saw the natty ice.
Yep, exactly.
That's true.
Or the Bud Heavies.
Yeah.
So it's not you're not a Proud Boy until you have your White Claw. More of this.
Look like a jackass. I'm gonna come for you.
What are you gonna do?
I'm sure I'm gonna probably beat the shit out of you. Never fuck with me.
Is that a White Claw?
That is a White Claw. White Claw! White Claw! Mango White Claw! A lot of people assume that I'm here to protest Antifa and BLM, and that's probably the furthest thing from the truth.
It's about the Western world, Western nationalists. Like, we love America.
We believe in God and America and the Constitution. I love my country, you know?
That's mostly what the Proud Boys is.
Because we're proud of the West. We're proud to be part of the United States of America.
What do you want me to say?
What's on your mind?
We're the
There's a drop.
Oh, he's the organizer. Hold up. You paused at a good point here.
A couple of the people they were talking to were it seemed like they were high ranking on the Proud Boys food chain.
So I've heard a lot of talk about people. That's how they get the permits to organize these rallies, is by calling them like a peaceful protest of like American patriotism. And the people that actually go to them are essentially, you know.
How many times can you fall for the same joke? What? These things are never peaceful. These things disintegrate into anarchy almost every time they happen.
But maybe this time it will be something different.
These guys should get together and do what the founding fathers did, right?
Rationalize?
No cologne. July, down south. Stay in a house together.
Oh, Jesus.
And don't come out of that house until you have forged a document.
Outstink each other?
That, unlike the forefathers, will let everybody know how dumb these guys really are. But they must forge a document in their own sweat and excrement.
And just remember,
as is foretold, if they're patriotic, man, I'm just saying, no AC.
Well, just remember, back then, no plumbing, no dental care, no deodorant. Oh man, there you go. That's how you.
Yo, they had plenty of good dental care. They had the best teeth denture whittling folks out there. I tell you what.
Did they get their teeth from slaves?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know if I'd want to put another person's tooth in my mouth.
I think I read something about that, but who knows?
Listen, we were all stupid back in the 1700s, 1800s,
Yeah.
okay?
We were all stupid back then.
We made a lot of bad decisions. Also, here's a trope right here. The lifted truck with I think there's like the NASCAR wings.
Definitely NASCAR wings back there.
Yeah. With the mud flaps.
All I ever do is buy a 4x4 lifted. Mm-hmm.
Okay, more of this.
United States of America.
What do you want me to say?
What's on your mind?
We're the #1 trending thing on the internet right now. #2 video live streaming on YouTube.
Truthfully, it's just the Western world. Like, I appreciate it, and I like drinking. Yeah, I like drinking with boys. I'm trying to get drunk.
Here we go, bouncing out this bitch, talking about the Easter Bunny, yeah.
Dude, that was...
What is this little short man running around with no neck saying? Like, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh. He doesn't look, it might just be the way he's dressed, but my word. Also, when they say #1 trending thing on the internet, I think we all know what really happened to the trending on the internet thing, right? It was like a mission by the folks on the internet to essentially make that like the link to gay. Like, yeah, we're proud boys, proud and gay. Like, so like if you look up Proud Boy, like you're gonna get like gay stuff, not these guys.
Lemonparty.org.
So they're saying they're #1 trending. I don't think they themselves have searched themselves to see why they're #1 trending.
They just look at the words, they're like, there's us.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, that's that Google search there. I got that. I'm on the #1s.
I find humor in you thinking that they're intelligent. They have any degree of intelligence.
I mean, you got to think these guys. Look, this dude has a watch. I mean, it's swelling against his fat like arm, but like I don't know, like they have money somehow.
Well, if
these guys like work construction jobs, and then they're like Like, oh, the government just keeps getting me down, but I'm going to go spend my whole paycheck on guns and really large American flags.
If you look closely, it's a Rolex, but it's spelled Rolex.
I don't know. Something is different about this guy. Do you guys pick up on that? Like how everybody else
we're
is
looking
like,
at right now in the
yeah, he's
here?
like kind of soft spoken and.
So he might be one of the nice ones. Like
he seems like he's
Jack
nice.
was saying earlier, you know, you got the extremes and the nicers.
Yeah, maybe he's a mole.
That's like, we agree with you, man. And then like the one that's just like, I have hatred in my heart and I'm gonna spread it. Rah.
I think he's a mole. I think he's an outsider. He's planted here and he's just doing a poor job at concealing his identity, and that's why he's so adamant on getting inebriated, because he's in a just perpetual state of panic that he's going to be caught. And he was stupid enough to agree and consent to be interviewed for All Gas No Breaks. And you never know. Maybe he didn't blow his cover, but came very close to it, right?
Maybe he really just wants to get drunk. Maybe they just happen to interview the drunkard of the area, and who's like, oh, whoa, they got a $5 buy-in. Yeah, he's going over there drinking all that White Claw or whatever that green thing he's holding. What do you think that is, guys? Can you guys
Schweppes
Internet
ginger ale.
What kind of beer is that?
A Mountain Dew.
It could be. But if he just said he wanted to get drunk, why would he drink the Mountain Dew?
Hey, look, half off
the dew of the mountains.
Half off Tall Boys. All you need to do is get a Proud Boys tattoo.
Oh god!
On location.
So yeah, let's talk about all the logos that we've seen around here real quick, because I've seen hats. Like the real moneymaker behind all this dude is the dude that's manufacturing hats and like these like Velcro Proud Boy stickers for bulletproof vests. Like unreal.
Yeah, there's marketing behind this, which is sad.
Like that's what we need to do, man. We need to like not with this garbage, but like we need to like throw our Harley Focus merchandise in there where there's like
Focused Boy.
Yeah, there we go.
Focused Boys.
Focused Boys.
No.
It's like a pro Adderall group or something. Like,
how about disappointed men? We're not Proud Boys. We're disappointed men. Disappointed at the state of our country.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you really wanted to rally to do something, you'd rally and like hire lawyers and be like, guys, we're drafting a document to actually pass on to Congress.
The fact that Andrew has not yet been like shot on sight in doing these,
true,
is impressive. Because the NASCAR rally had some frightening people there, and it was a NASCAR rally, car race. It was a race.
Yeah. He does a good job at not really provoking them, though. I mean, they're really digging their own holes here.
Yeah.
Like, everybody he interviews is like, and they just spew out their mouth contents. Yeah. And, like, all he does, like, literally, the founder, he's like, what do you want me to say? Whatever's on your mind, bud. Like, he's not about to stir no pots. He's just like, you will give me everything I need. Just speak.
Exactly. Like, that's where he found, like, the best place, because it's like, he doesn't have to do any work. He just has to.
These guys want to talk.
Right. Just be like, "What do you have to say?" This is a camera, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you want to say in front of the camera? And then they'll be like, "A camera."
My chance. This is it.
I'm gonna do whatever I
can
want.
tell the world.
You gotta give props to his cameraman too.
I never figured out how to upload to that there YouTube, but this is my chance.
I'm gonna be famous.
All right, more of this.
Trying to get drunk.
Here we go, bouncing out this bitch, talking about the Easter Bunny, yeah.
Dude, that was pretty good off the top of his head. Proud Boy shit.
Proud Boy, what it do when I'm chilling with my crew? Leave your ass black and blue, sitting in the blood pool. What it do with my motherfucking homies? Boy, you don't know me, boy, you motherfucking owe me. Talking about that money, you think you're fucking funny.
Hey, Cloud Gang, hey, Cloud Gang.
I'm not gay.
What's that one song? And I understand sometimes when the left are like, oh, well, they're violent. It's because we make self-defense look like assault.
Well, hold on. We make self-defense look like assault. Like, all right. Citation needed. I think this next clip we're about to watch is about to show exactly why that's not true.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah. No follow-up needed. Instead, good segue.
We make self-defense look like assault.
August 22nd, we were standing in front of the Justice Center waving blue line flags. There to back the blue. Hundreds of Antifa show up and start throwing rocks and stuff. How is that anti-fascist? I mean, they show up to silence us.
That's communism. That's Marxism.
They're Marxist communists who want to take over and infiltrate their ideology into our government, and it's absolutely not going to happen.
Fuck Antifa. How come? Because they're fucking terrorists.
I think right now we're still trying to figure out what the hell Antifa really is. Historically, you can look at the black nobility, the skulls and the keys, secret societies. I think a lot of things JFK said were true about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, that dude like went straight to the conspiracies. He didn't even he's like, let me tell you about JFK.
And I love that he's in a full like black bodysuit, covering his mouth and his and he's got sunglasses on. Like this dude is, you can only see the skin of his forehead. And
basically
not ears, really.
Incognito mode logo on your computer.
Oh, that's a marketing idea, anybody. Incognito mode sweatshirt. It's just a sweatshirt that zips over your face.
You should take a count of how many people are actually wearing masks, because the dude that
this guy right here that you paused on, he ain't getting sick, straight up.
Oh, this dude's wearing a full-blown gas mask. Like he is prepared. But everybody else has not been wearing masks so far, which shouldn't surprise anybody in the least, as they typically don't at these sorts of things. So more of this.
Things JFK said were true about it.
And Soros, he's butt sore. Yeah. Soros is butt sore, yeah. I'm an individualist, and I don't like collectivism. I think that's bad. Spartans were the first collectivists, and they killed the Athenians, and that's kind of what's happening, being replayed today. Soros, I hope you end your life really soon. How's that?
Are you a Proud Boy?
I'm proud girl. Я гордая девочка. So
oh Jesus!
What the heck? So we found the Russian spy in this group today, and they didn't do a very good job of filling the role.
I'm not Russian. I girl.
I'm from Arkansas.
I love what these people do. Yes, so dissent in this country. Yes.
They spelled Arkansas with W.
Oh, that's horrible. I love it. All right.
Biden 2020. Yeah, are you? So in the last minute,
he took his mask down for her. By the way, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of like he's like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'll give you my number later.
That is some hardcore
take my national secrets.
That is some hardcore trust right there.
Yeah,
sure is.
But
he's putting himself in danger for them YouTube views. I'll tell you what.
In the last minute, though, just the conspiracy theorists. Holy crap!
Oh, it's gone. It's going spiraling.
Those are the people.
Did not expect it.
There you go. If you ever want to put like a face to the posts on the Insane People Facebook subreddit, there you go. Here we go.
Wait, I know why it's a girl now, because these guys would totally spot a Russian-speaking guy, but they wouldn't suspect a Russian-speaking girl because girls are pretty, and these guys are absolute. They're
neckbeards.
Yeah, they're all neckbeards, man. So they're looking. So you got the conspiracy theorists who think that like we're all going towards some sort of Marxist state, and then you got this lady who's literally like reporting for Russia, and then you've got like she's just blending right in. Like these guys don't even notice. These guys are bad conspiracy theorists. These guys aren't even just slightly suspect of this lady over here. I tell you what.
Too busy looking at the sky.
Exactly.
Well, let's listen to her here.
I'm proud girl. Я гордая девочка. So I think he will hug you, of course, because your show amazing.
Who?
Vladimir Putin.
He would hug me?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because your show amazing. You're good. I like your hairstyle too. He too.
I like your suit.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Have a good day.
Now, if Antifa's a bunch.
Okay, he might have actually gotten a number on that one. Actually, there was some contact there. Look at that. She's smiling. She's holding her hair.
Oh yeah.
Like he came in a suit. She came in a suit. All of a sudden she's like, wow, look at all these losers. And then she sees
probably came
this
in
curly haired mofo over here in a brown tan suit.
Came in his suit. You don't know.
Yeah, he's like, wow, all right. Like this guy over here knows what's up. That's in the video.
Aquatic ambience. Or
where
I
is
think
that?
that's what it's called. I was like, what's going on? Why is that in the actual video?
It might be.
I think he had to back out. I think he felt a backfire coming on and had to tap out. It wasn't going to go well.
Yeah.
I tell you what, she definitely.
She's gonna fucking turn you over to the Kremlin, but
all the same. But she's gonna be after a good Kremlin.
She's a solid, I'd say like 8 out of 10, or what is that, like a 2 out of 5?
Listen, at that rally, dude, she was clearly walking tall. Let's just put it that way.
4 out of 5. Yeah, I don't know math. Don't pay me enough. Here we go.
You too.
I like your suit.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Have a good day.
Now, if Antifa's a bunch of terrorist criminals that are out there burning shit and breaking things and doing damage, then they need to be stopped.
We'll use Kenosha as an example. National Guard came in, cleaned up the streets. We wanted to just get police and law enforcement the tools that they need to combat these riots.
The Proud Boys communicate with the police?
We do communicate back and forth.
We just want to keep our side of the street clean. Antifa is the real fascist.
I honestly think that they're victims. They're victims to a system that's failed them.
I think that they're lost children.
The movement has been co-opted by people that have more nefarious plans.
It's been completely overblown, hijacked, manipulated.
All of our major institutions.
Hold on. What kind of flag was this guy holding?
Dude, he's got ski goggles, I think he's got a Trump 2020.
That is a MAGA. That is a MAGA flag.
Ski goggles and a football helmet, man. Like,
yeah.
Next year's Halloween.
The other day, my neighbor across the street, her car needed a jump. She's a nurse and she was getting ready to leave, and you could tell she was in a rush. And the person next door, she's having work done on her house. So nurse neighbor asks one of the construction guys if he could give her car a jump. So the guy pulls his truck up, and it's got an American flag sticker on it. It's got a couple of Trump bumper stickers, but one of the Trump bumper stickers was a Trump 2020 sticker that the guy like cut out and made his own like number 4.
Yes.
And like taped it over the sticker, so it became a Trump 2024 sticker. Like, these people exist. It was one of those things where I've never seen someone like that out in the wild. And I actually saw one in person the other day.
In Massachusetts, of all the places.
Right. They do exist. Well, when I voted in the primaries, the midterms, a couple of years ago, and you go in and you proclaim your...
Wait, hold on. Tread lightly. This sounds like politics.
Well, you proclaim. Yeah, I know. I'll keep it brief.
I mean, you got to point out the flag. We're still in the video, so you can go
bleep everything out.
It was a neighbor who I've never, because we're all in the neighborhood voting area, and a guy I've never met before, and you go in, you proclaim your political affiliation, what party you're going to vote for, and I guess he told the old lady who was hand the stuff out. And she gave him like the Democratic ballot. And the dude, I just hear him go, "The hell is this?" What? "I'm a Republican. What is this? Give me a Republican ballot." And people are just like turning and looking at this guy. And I'm just like, and you live near me.
It's horrible.
So the people do exist. So
quick question.
Is it about the guy seemingly holding a bag of frozen meat in his body armor?
Kind of. What does Antifa stand for?
Anti-fascist.
Yeah, so when they say that they're the fascists, how does that work?
Hold on, I'm defining Antifa.
You insinuate that any of this makes sense.
Anti-fascist action, left-wing political movement in the United States comprising of an array of autonomous groups and individuals that aim to achieve their objectives through the use of both non-violent and violent. What does that even mean? That just means you're willing to do it under any means, like non-violent and violent. Like, what? Wait, you can't have both. Like, you can't have non-violent and violent.
We're gonna talk it out. We're probably going to set your city on fire.
So they really don't want to write documents.
It's like that. It's the chocolate and the vanilla.
Yo, that's like my favorite.
Yeah, it's great.
More of this.
It's been completely overblown, hijacked, manipulated.
All of our major institutions have lied to us. They lied.
Let me back up here real quick for the viewing audience. Now we're talking to Incognito. Guy
that dude's got
Incognito
an
again.
InfoWars shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
There you go. There's your cherry on top, man.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Yep.
Cherry on top is the
great.
InfoWars shirt.
Wow. And I mean, that dude's been on Joe Rogan. I listened to him on Joe Rogan, and like even he knows he's overblown. Like,
I will eat you. I'll barbecue your ass. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yes, my word.
And there are people that.
But I mean, you know what?
There are people
That's
that
the kind
fall
of
for
place
that.
I'd expect to see a shirt like that.
Yep,
it's true.
All right. More of all gas, no brakes at a Proud Boys rally in Portland.
Major institutions have lied to us. They lie to us. They've been lying to us. And I think that it's a lot like Dave Chappelle claims. So whether George Soros is involved or not, they're really good at printing money and taking civil liberties. Look at this whole COVID pandemic nonsense, you know?
My body, my choice. I'm a feminist. Nobody's.
Plandemic. He called it a plan.
whoa.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there in a sec. He called it a plandemic.
He did.
Oh, God.
What did he say? Dave Chappelle? What was he talking about? That?
Yeah.
I don't know, something about Chappelle. I'm admittedly unfamiliar with the reference.
Yeah, I was too. I was wondering if you guys had any backstory.
No, I don't.
Over
I
my
don't
head.
know.
You know that thing that Dave Chappelle said?
Yeah, right. This is super vague. He doesn't even say what it is. Like,
yeah, it's like awesome. Thanks.
It's like, yeah, you mean one of his comedy skits? Like, sure, man.
Okay. So this guy very clearly subscribes to the theory that the coronavirus pandemic very clearly set up by the Democrats.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, you mentioned you can only see his forehead. Let's revise that. You can only see the top of that dude's nose and his hands.
Well, there you go. I stand corrected. You're right. Really doesn't want to be pointed out.
If you want to get crazy, though, a really high definition photograph of his unmasked hands would totally reveal his fingerprints.
Yeah. Also, he doesn't have any
not
voice
even good.
modulation.
Also true. Yeah, this guy's. I mean, he's trying, but he's not trying that hard.
No.
As it goes. Yeah. Okay. More of this.
Is involved or not, they're really good at printing money and taking civil liberties. Look at this whole COVID pandemic nonsense, you know?
My body, my choice. I'm a feminist. Nobody's going to tell me I don't need a man to take care of me. Don't give in and don't believe the lies of the mainstream media. Black unemployment is at an all-time low. They're thriving. To me, the Democratic Party is the party of slavery. They want to keep them on modern-day plantations in the projects. Being a Trump supporter is way more punk rock than supporting Sleepy Joe Biden, a loser. And these people have zero respect for the law. They have zero respect for the community.
They started out.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
So did she just like her opinions were literally formed by like 4 or 5 tweets strung together.
Yeah.
Like that she had seen.
Her opinions were formed from catchphrases.
Literally.
Yeah. That's bad.
Yeah, that's what the mainstream media wants you to believe. My body, my choice. I have choices. Yeah, that's not a bad thing to believe, guys.
You just plan B'd yourself with your opinions.
She just like trashed herself. It's great.
I do like that Andrew was kind of looking around nervously when she was talking.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, more of this.
Out with the right intent. I don't think they started protesting for no reason. Yeah, I mean, watching the knee on George Floyd's neck, I mean, that was fucked up.
Did you support the initial Black Lives Matter protests?
I mean, I don't know. Actually, I want to cut this interview. Sorry.
It's all good.
A warrior doesn't always.
Oh no, I said too much.
I don't know.
I've accidentally backed myself into a corner where I have to disagree with myself.
Wait.
Yeah.
Do I support it? Oh crap! I support something. Oh no! I don't support something.
I don't. I do. Abort. I mean,
you saw him
escape.
You saw him blue screen right there. Just the blue screen just came up. Like the little buffering symbol just appeared. I guarantee you this guy for the those who can see it on the right with the sunglasses, that guy definitely listens to Tool.
Yeah.
That guy is a fan of the band Tool. He just has to be. I'm not going to say Slipknot. He looks like he might be a little too above Slipknot, but he definitely likes himself some Maynard James Keenan.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's not a dig against Tool. Tool's not bad, but like just the
dreads that long.
I've been to Tool shows. I've seen the people that go to Tool shows. This is one of those guys.
True. Absolutely.
Are those dreads or just like part of a really long, elaborate do-rag?
Potential. I mean,
both.
It's hard to say because he's got that like cap over his head, you know?
And then you got the guy in the middle who's just the definition of a camouflage fashion statement.
Yep.
Yellow camo.
There's like 3 different types of camouflage that this guy is wearing.
Yeah, I can see it.
On top of his
bright red face mask, which eliminates all, and neon yellow sunglasses, which completely destroys any and all camo he's got.
All very bad camo.
Have you guys seen any Confederate flags show up yet?
I haven't seen any.
I think I have actually.
Yeah. So I thought the guy, this dude in the center here was wearing, but no. I do also like that, with the exception of the Tool fan, everyone in the front row here, I think these are the ones who are like playing bodyguard, are all wearing masks. And then everyone on stage, no masks.
White Claw.
Right.
He's still got his White Claw.
He's still got the White Claw, yes.
He's up there speaking to the crowd, yet he's still got his White Claw holstered in his armor. Take me back to the NASCAR race.
Out it.
Here we go.
A warrior doesn't always need to use a sword. Sometimes you need a pen. Our pen is our iPhone and our memes.
Media outlets use this for clickbait. They're corporations. They're here for the money, you know. And what sells? Oh, these alt-right groups, these white supremacists, which doesn't fucking work very well. Yeah. These white supremacists get here and they're gonna cause violence, and there hasn't been any violence here today. But we're really good at.
Literally, the first thing you showed was a couple of people wrestling on the ground.
Yeah, but wrestling is fake.
He was saying the corporations are there to profit, but I've seen more logos on him than anyone else. Like, he's got Proud Boys, White Claw. I think he had an iPhone or an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I like how the guy was like, we need to write things with a pen and paper, and the other guy turned around like, what?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What
that dude actually almost said something like reasonable here. Like, because that's what I was saying in the beginning. If you really want something meaningful to happen from any rally, regardless of what stupid idea you're rallying about, like, you got to get something on paper. You got to get people together and be like, what do we want to put on paper and send to the people? Because, like, dude, they think people just gathering together for some like cool club's gonna like change the world. Like, no.
Nope.
Like, nothing will get done. The government's looking at you just to make sure you're not doing anything stupid, but they're not caring about what you're doing. Like,
I do fear how easily swayed people are, though, and led and sucked into things like this. Have you guys ever seen the movie Higher Learning?
I don't think I have. Is it on Netflix?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it is on Netflix. It's I believe it was John Singleton. It's got Ice Cube and Lawrence Fishburne, and there's I think Michael Rappaport is in it, and he plays a really troubled kid who becomes a neo-Nazi, a white supremacist, because he just happens to be like sitting by himself on the steps of his school, and someone from the local neo-Nazi chapter just happens to walk by and like convinces him, uses buzzwords.
Is this the one that kind of ends in a bathroom at the end when like the guy kind of realizes what he's done?
Saw?
Or was that different? Yes. I guess I wasn't very specific with that.
I'm trying to.
No, I remember that there's one where like this. I don't know if it was like a kid whose older brother was in one of those like neo-Nazi things.
Are you thinking of American History X?
What was it? Say again.
American History X.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. All right, so this is not that one then.
No,
okay, I've seen that movie, but when you started like mentioning like that, I was like, it's like, wait, maybe I have seen this movie.
No, I mean it ends on. It ends on a positive note, but a lot of tragedy occurs first.
Not American History X.
At the hands of Michael Rappaport and his neo-Nazi views, but he literally just gets like sucked in because this skinhead appears and he's like, "Hey, come hang out with my friends. We'll cheer you up." And next thing you know, dude's a Nazi sympathizer.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, think about how many people join lots of things like that. You know, he might have just wandered into a more deadly one, but like, think of like people that join gangs. It's usually because, I just want a place to belong. People that join stupid rallies like this, like, I'm bored. It's Corona time. I want a place to belong. Like, people just want a place to belong.
Yeah.
But they belong to stupid things. Really dumb things.
I was trying to remember who the other stars of this movie are. Omar Epps, Christy Swanson, Jennifer Connelly. And Tyra Banks.
Ooh.
Okay, more of all gas, no brakes at the Proud Boys rally in Portland. Almost done with this.
Fucking self-defense.
Oh, snap.
I got kicked in the head, and my phone got thrown away and got kicked out of the rally.
And you're a 22-year-old student journalist.
Yeah. Do you want me to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm a 22... Let me start over. And I'm a 22-year-old student journalist. Kind of just sit around and just like watch the speakers.
Jesus. That turned dark very quickly.
Yeah. That's crazy though. Like that escalated.
Yeah.
Well, some dude in a Hollister shirt of all things.
Well, what did he do?
It doesn't really show. It's hard to say. Like, it looks like he's just getting pushed out, but
yeah,
it's hard to say.
I do like that. Made it very clear it was not Andrew who filmed that much. But yeah, like how can Andrew walk around and clearly troll people without them knowing, obviously, and not have the shit beaten out of him? And then this kid just like walks up and bet you the kid didn't even say anything. Just held up his phone, and next thing you knew, he was just pushed up against a fence.
Well, it looks like he has an actual camera. Like,
yeah,
maybe it was a phone camera, but I thought it was an actual camera he had.
Sort of thing.
Whatever it was, I'm hoping there's an explanation after he goes through his staged introduction here.
I got kicked in the head, and my phone got thrown away and got kicked out of the rally.
And you're a 22-year-old student journalist.
Yeah. Do you want me to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a 22... Let me start over. And I'm a 22-year-old student journalist. Kind of just sit around and just like watch the speakers and stuff like that. And then I just started noticing people just like looking at me. And then eventually some guy came around and asked like, who am I?
What's your Twitter name? Antifa Press!
So we started walking towards the exit. Started accusing me of me like killing his friend, like that guy named Jay. And then he punched me in the eye, like right in the eyeball. He kicked my head and then he threw my phone over the fence because I dropped my phone when he pushed me. It's not so bad, but I got a little scrape right here. This concussion ain't shit.
I'm laughing because the dude who started this immediately fell on his ass.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing about. I was like, well, for audio listeners, I'm laughing because he fell on his ass. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
they were clearly just looking for something to rally up against. And this poor dude who, like you guys are saying, probably said nothing, was probably literally just walking at me and like,
well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. And, maybe I'm a bad person for just not immediately noticing it because it's not something I generally notice. He is a person of color.
Yeah.
True.
It stands out in the crowd here, where Andrew doesn't, because Andrew's a white boy with a afro. But yeah. Now that's not to say there's other minorities in the crowd here who are probably at least outspoken enough to not have their heads kicked in, but this poor kid probably just walked up, was filming, not saying anything, and then just drew attention to himself without trying.
Yeah, but she asked if what his handles were and like what his things, like what his sites were. So I feel like they looked him up and they saw an opinion of his. And that's probably why they attacked him, which, you know, that's cool. We should attack each other based on opinions.
That never happens in this country.
What the hell is going on with today?
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up here in the last minute here of this video.
That's a bullshit.
No, it's not.
You bitch.
They scream at me and they say, you're not real press. So I said, hey, I'm with the NPPA, IWW. They heard Industrial Workers of the World and screamed socialism. And they start yelling, Antifa press, Antifa press. I'm press.
You're press. You guys are downtown throwing Molotov cocktails, and I'm the press.
And then all of a sudden this hand comes down and throws me to the ground.
They kept calling me Antifa press, and I was like, I'm just a journalist. And then they're like, well, if you're not an Antifa journalist, you're still Arab.
All the people on the other side, BLM, Antifa, they're the ones with the problem.
Violent rhetoric. I think they want to cause anarchy. Me and Biggs have gotten death threats. We don't condone the violence, but
Respect the law, respect order. They don't do that. So I'm not down with that.
I'm here today to pretty much protest domestic terrorism.
True patriots, we stand for freedom, free speech.
We're proud of the Constitution, and we're proud that we're able to have this discourse.
Proud of your fucking boy. And this guy's a queer. No, you're gonna cut that.
Wow. You're gonna cut that? Like, that's a great spot to end that one. Whew.
And the guy that I was like, this guy's all right. That's fine. He was joking.
Yeah, that one dude, like, yeah, we're all about doing this thing the right way, following the laws and stuff. Like, it's like, did I just not watch a kid get kicked in the head? That's against the law.
I do like at the very end, you can just hear the cacophony of sirens.
Oh yeah, true.
It very clearly ended on a good note for them.
And they never learned.
But I'm just your DoorDash driver, man. I'm here with your pizzas.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna find some minuscule thing to hate about you because I'm in a real hateful mood today.
You're on Twitter. You tweeted, Joe. Is that Joe Biden? It's Joe Biden.
You're with DoorDash. Well, DoorDash starts with a D. You know what else begins with a D? Democracy. You know who is for democracy? The Democrats. You know what the Democrats are? Not Republicans. Proud Boys.
I noticed the color of their shirt's an awful maroon. Let me tell you what else is maroon. Like, I don't even know how to follow that up. With
a group of maroons. That's what they are.
What also burns? Churches are very small rocks. A duck. So if she's weighs the same as a duck, then she's made of wood. And what does wood do? Burn! I love that movie. Monty Python. Go rent it today at Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. Go to the one remaining Blockbuster up in like
Oregon, Bend, Oregon.
Isn't it? Wait, wasn't that where that was?
Yeah. Assuming that's Portland, Oregon. Yeah, it is Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, Blockbuster.
Everything's connected.
Deep state, man. Deep state. What do you think? Do you want to rap now?
I don't know how to rap. I can rhyme sometimes. But rap? My rap's crap.
Do you want to call it an episode or do you want to do one more segment?
I guess
that's up to you.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Okay.
You in charge of this crew.
All right.
Let's my best attempt to rap. And that's
all I can tell you is that was like the longest 7-minute video I've ever seen.
Holy shit, yeah.
I'm like analyzing like every 5 frames. Like, my word.
Well, let's
point out what's weird with this. No, let's point out what's weird with this. Like, that really is pure audio gold there too. Those guys
pretty good.
Yep.
And that's, like I said, he didn't have to tell him to say anything. It's literally like what's on your screwed up mind, sir? Like, you just give me the content. I'll go reap those 1 million views.
All right.
Can you actually cut my part out? It's just so good.
That's all gas, no brakes on YouTube. We will return with a segment appropriately called How Fucking Dumb Are You?
You are listening to Hardly Focused.